The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
Now up to bat, the Pittsburgh Pirates are having a massive worker issue, potentially leading to a strike as soon as this Thursday. The Pirates are officially, ushering in a new Pittsburgh workforce for their ticket takers, ushers, and other part-time workers. Brandon, would you like to elaborate?
Absolutely, LJ. A story broke today from CBS News Pittsburgh, and here's what it says. Stadium ushers, ticket takers, and ticket sellers at PNC Park have announced they are now officially on strike, LJ. The Pittsburgh Stadium Independent Employees Union announced on Sunday the Pirates' latest contract offer was rejected and that a strike vote was accepted. This union represents ushers, ticket takers, and ticket sellers. The union says that workers will picket outside of the Pirates' next home game on Thursday when the team takes on the Cincinnati Reds.
And to provide a little bit more context in here in terms of numbers, as far as ushers go, is really the best place, or the place that everybody's comparing it. The union's claim is the average pay across the country for somebody in that level, and especially in Major League Baseball, is around $13.80. The Pirates offered $12.40. That is an increase of, I believe, $3 an hour from where it was. Now, keep in mind, this is all according to the union president here, Mike Kelly. It was $9 an hour in 2005. It's $9.35. Almost 2 decades have passed with very little to go on. And so ultimately, most strike situations, I'm going to want to, side evenly here and not take sides. But I can 100% see where these ushers are coming from on two fronts. The first being the lack of increases to salaries. And again, maybe there's been other things out there that we don't necessarily know the full picture on. But if salary has really been so stagnant for so long, I can understand them wanting to get their money's worth while they can at this point, because you kind of, you need it. The second thing here is, let's talk about the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pittsburgh Pirates are a franchise that consistently acts like they're strapped for cash and yet always seems to have the best ballpark experience. Everybody loves going there, and you don't really necessarily see that place like empty. Like, they might not be the best selling team, but it's a solid chunk that's in there every time. And that's with usually bad teams because they're unwilling to actually pay for a roster. So if you're not willing to pay to have good players on your team and you're going to keep losing, what's bringing people back to the park? The great fan experience. And who builds that fan experience? Your ticket takers, your ushers, your ticket sellers. Everyone who's involved with these game day operations are what's creating the Pirates into being a fun night out and a fun thing to go do. And so if you're without that, then you're really nothing if you're the Pirates. And so for them to be setting this group below market value honestly feels a little bit, ridiculous compared to how much they rely on them more than other teams in the league.
And not only that, but I just did a very quick search online just to see, what is the owner of the Pirates? What's his net worth? You would think, Elder, that for a team that does not spend any money, that he would have to be the quote, I hate using this word, but the poorest owner in the MLB in terms of net worth. Obviously, none of them are poor. They make more money than most of us could dream about or comprehend. LJ, Bob Nutting has a higher net worth than the Mariners owner, the Rays owner, the Rockies, the Brewers, the Diamondbacks, the Marlins, and the Reds. There is, what's that, 7 names that I just listed off there? Seattle is a team that I picked to go to the World Series this year and has spent money the last few years to build this up. Meanwhile, the Pirates are employing Rich Hill and whoever else that is on this team. And I know that they've started off like okay, but LJ, a payroll.
Right. Why are you disrespecting Rich Hill, though? That's a weird spot to just take.
Not Rich Hill.
I feel personally offended by that, actually.
Okay, not Rich Hill. He's a 43-year-old GOAT, but there's just the money just doesn't make sense. $75 million.
It doesn't add up.
Does not add up. Yeah, but best of luck to the ushers and ticket takers, as obviously these owners have enough money to invest it in their team to try to create a good team, but they would rather sit there and just kind of be okay with not spending a lot of money. So then when they go to sell the team, they make even more on top of what they'd already make. It's just a joke, and everyone knows how I feel about this. So I don't want to go on for too long.
It's just aggravating to watch it because I look at it the same as you do, and I see a situation where there are certain teams, and maybe granted there are teams that spend less than others, but they're also the ones going out there and still keeping things consistent. If they're not spending in certain places because they don't have the money, they're going to find every way that they can spend money to work around it. Teams like them, teams like the Athletics, these teams that actively campaigned against giving minor league players a living wage because they could not afford it. These teams that actively went out and cut down the size of the minor leagues, cut down the reach of professional baseball in America because they did not want to pay for them, are the same type of people who aren't willing to pay your game day staff, the ones you honestly, especially a team like this again, the Pirates rely on their game day staff more than anyone else in the league in order to create a valuable product. The fact that you just, throw that all away is really quite disappointing.